Journalism Department of PCTE organized a very informative conference in September this year. The key speakers were three experienced journalists who happened to be the faculty members of PCTE. Ms. Harpreet Kang, Dean of International Affairs, Mr. Dinesh Kumar, Dean of Journalism Department, Ms. Anjali Dudeja, Coordinator of Journalism Department. Mr. Dinesh Kumar shared some interesting anecdotes from his rich experiences of more than 30 years as journalist of international fame.
Comes August of the following year. 8 months have passed, I've been doing this exercise. And in August what happens is that two planes crash around the same time within a span of one day. And I said, brilliant, this is my moment in which I'm going to write my story. So I took out my notes and I wrote a story saying that over the last 8 months, the Indian Air Force has lost 15 aircraft. And then I gave a breakup. MiG-21, MiG-23, MiG-27, there is that, this many helicopters, blah, blah, blah. I had an entire breakup, I had all the dates, I knew as to whether any pilot had died or not died, which part of the country the crashes had taken place, and so on. That was 8 months of labor, which I had put in. The story ran on the front page of all the editions of the Times of India, and the Times of India sells massive, as you all know. And the Air Force, the Air Headquarters was so surprised by it and upset by it that they actually held an inquiry as to how did this information get leaked.
Ms. Harpreet Kang was the first female crime reporter of the city and worked with national dailies for many years, focused on the challenges of the field.
Intellectuals read the news, so imagine the ones who create them, people like these, and I'm like, oh, imagine the people who write the news. Do you understand why it was such an ego trip? I'm like, wow, how good, how cool are the people? They are the most street smart, they know the world, they have journal awareness, they have language, they have writing ability. That's what you ought to be. So this was the second layer in all the growing up years. I was like, so if that doesn't stimulate my brain, this should do the trick. This is where it will probably work.
Ms. Anjali Dudeja shared her experiences of being a news anchor and a radio jockey with national channels.
That once my news anchoring, entry into news anchoring was not easy. I was a girl from Punjab with proper Punjabi touch in my Hindi. So when first day I sat on that chair for audition, the person who was selecting was from Dudeja. He said, I can't select this girl. She speaks Hindi in Punjabi. She says Jalandhar, not Jalandhar. But because the diction was good, otherwise. So my channel director told me, okay fine, we give you 15 days to improve your style of speaking Hindi. So those were the 15 days which were like life and death for me. And I just removed that accent of Punjabi from my Hindi.
The conference was attended by journalism students and the students and teachers from various schools. Principal of GRD Academy, Mr. Gurshminder Singh, was special guest in this event. All the students seemed very inquisitive and posed some interesting questions to the speakers during question and answer round, and which were answered candidly. The event was brought to a closure with vote of thanks by Mr. Gurshminder Singh, the principal of GRD Academy.
My daughter is also a journalist, and she is with the Canadian Journalism Department, and it is there that she operates from. It has been a very well-spent morning with you, and with Mr. K.S. Kang, his lady wife, Harpreet. They deserve all praise for making such events happen.
Students learned that with ethics, it is perseverance and patience that leads to success in the field. This is Nalini Nair from Journalism Department.